The Human Resources Ministry recently announced that a minimum wage of around 1,500 ringgit a month is expected to be implemented before the end of this year. While some argue that this should be done sooner, others are of the opinion that a simple increase in minimum wage may not be the best solution. Here to discuss some of the issues surrounding the debate is Centre for Market Education CEO Dr Carmelo Ferlito.
Who are those workers that earn an amount of money that is close or even below the minimum wage? The Ministry of Human Resources says that we are talking about 8.8% of the wage earners. And I have reasons to believe that the bulk of these people would be made of immigrant workers, okay, foreign workers. So this is the first point. So raising the minimum wage means mainly raising the wage of these immigrant workers. The second issue is indeed that some companies may be ready to accept it and others may be not ready to accept the raise. And the third important issue is considering the risk that raising the minimum wage for unskilled workers, because here we are talking mainly of unskilled workers, could constitute an incentive for employers to replace workers with machines. So we need to be very careful if we want to preserve the income of these people, that we don't touch the replacement point between workers and machine.
Carmelo said the determination of minimum wage should be left to market forces. A certain amount of freedom should also be allowed for workers to move between different employers to increase competition.
The best way is not to have a minimum wage fixed by law, but to leave these to the negotiation between employers and employee, so that the wage can arise by by negotiations happening in the market. So obviously, some of the workers don't have a strong power of negotiation, so we need to be sure that there is an adequate framework to allow workers to eventually push for an increase in their salary when they are in the position also in terms of productivity to demand for it. And one of the conditions that I see as the best one is to allow them a certain degree of mobility between different employers. So in this situation, a competition will emerge between employers to get the best workers, and wages could eventually raise as the result of this competition.